Well, hello, folks out there in YouTube land. Got a big show lined up for you. Let's get right on into it. All right, let's pull up the screen here. Okay, I wasn't planning on doing a show on Aitx today, but they filed an 8K amending a reverse split situation here. And we're going to get all into that because this is pretty interesting. Now, this all came about, I was looking at Twitter and it says Steve Reinhardt's put reverse split quick analysis spot on. 100% did it to reduce annoying FUD. Rant number one, absolutely epic, should be required reading. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so interesting. So let's look at the 8K. All right, first let's take a look at the actual amendment. And we'll go down to the bottom here and see. Okay, it says reverse stock split. The company shall not engage in a reverse stock split of its common stock before January 1st of 2024, unless the company is uplisting to the NASDAQ or the New York Stock Exchange, except as specifically provided in this paragraph. The company's articles of incorporation shall remain unmodified. It means everything else stays the same. Now let's take a look at the press release, which is going to come out tomorrow. It says Aitx today filed a Form 8K with the SEC that provides details, company's corporate charter amendment. It says the Aitx investor community support our growth, progress, and success, and remarkable, much anticipated and much appreciated. Although I've shared this exact statement about not planning any reverse splits on Twitter, weekly videos, and other interactions, I'm happy to prove this beyond a doubt by locking it in with a corporate charter amendment and associated Form 8K filing, said Steve Reinhardt. I will continue to balance the considerations of our clients, investors, etc., to ensure we remain focused in powerhouse, etc. All right, so that's a pretty big deal. No reverse split. And why is that a big deal? Well, we talked about it actually a few days ago, and when I was doing a video, and I went over a lot of due diligence on that, new products they're working on, the delivery vehicles, etc. And I'll attach that to the end of this video because this is going to be a very short video. And if you want to see more about Aitx, it's in that. But the reason it's a big deal, as you can see, this stock, they're sitting here at 4.533 outstanding shares. And they discussed the fact they were going to sell 400 million shares to help finance the delivery vehicles they're working on, and they're using the Romeo technology as part of that. Now let's see where we were just the other day. All right, so just a few days ago, they were sitting at 4.433 billion. And now let's see where they're at today. Okay, they're sitting at 4.533. So they've sold 100 million shares in the last few days and probably raised, let's see, somewhere in the neighborhood of probably a couple of $1 million there. So they're getting close to this 5 billion. And the reason that was a concern is that I think a lot of people thought if they hit the 5 billion, they might do a reverse split. Well, that's out the window now. So I don't think there would be an issue there. Now, continued dilution could be an issue, and I wouldn't be surprised by that. But a reverse split is no bueno. That is just, whenever there's one of those, as a shareholder, you're just going to take it on the chin. And it's, actually, let me bring in an assistant to tell you how bad a reverse split can be.
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. No, Will Robinson. Danger.
That's right. Danger, Will Robinson. Always remember that. I am not a fan of reverse splits. So we don't have to worry about that till at least a couple of years. So that's good. Let's see. Let's take a look at what the stock's doing. Okay, so it has pulled down to 0.02. And the other day in a video, I told you I had bought it 2.5. And it had pulled all the way down to 1.5. And I said, if it runs back up here, I might reposition. I'll show you that. I'm hoping for an uptick. I might even reposition again if it goes back up to the 2.5. It depends. I am concerned about dilution. Okay, so that's exactly what I did. I actually sold at 2.7 cents and actually made a small profit. It wasn't anything significant. It kind of offset what I did the other day when I bought at 5. It pulled down, then went above. Actually went back up to about 5, so I was able to break even there, lose a little bit, and here I made a little bit. So I've run this twice trying to swing trade and haven't made a dime. But I haven't lost either. And both this one and this one, I was down 40 and 50%. So that's a nice thing about swing trading something. you haven't lost until you sell. Well, if you can kind of watch carefully, a lot of times a stock like this will pop back up and you can reposition, get your money back, and then reposition another swing trade. And that's what I'm doing here. So we're currently sitting at 2, and it sounds like they're continuing to raise money. That reverse split being out the window, that's helpful. I don't have to worry about that anymore. That's been in the back of my mind. So the question is, where am I going to buy? I have got money on the side now waiting to just put in AITX. The question is where to buy. I don't know if I'm going to buy first thing in the morning. I don't know if I'll buy, a few days later. It just depends. I need to kind of think about this, but that's, I don't like to just rash do something. So I'm going to think about this reverse split 8K amendment before I do anything and kind of get comfortable with this stock, given this new information. But I thought that was important enough to at least bring it to you. All right, folks, and that's a short update. Like I said, if you want to watch something a little bit longer with a lot more due diligence and go over some of the products, I'll attach that at the end of this one. But I thought that was pretty interesting, that 8K. And if you like this content, be sure to hit that like button. Lets me know to continue to cover AITX. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I'd appreciate you giving the channel a chance. And I hope you did like the content. And we'll see you next time on Mr. Frugal Investor.